If you were king of tennis, is there anything you would do or change?
All right, now I'm going to get political on you.
Ooh.
It's the way I feel about America. I think if you're going to come here, you got to be able to speak some form of English because if not, we can't communicate. And if we can't communicate, we fight, because you go to other things. You go to other things if you can't communicate. If I were the king of tennis, and this is what I'm trying to do now, actually, I'm working real hard to do this with some of the biggest organizations and money people and all the things that I've really never delved into in my whole life. I've always been a real grinder. And then before that, after that, it's been all about my system. So I've been like a mad scientist. Now, if I were the king of tennis, yeah, I'd make sure every pro knew and commentator knew the science behind the champions. What is that thin red line? So we can stop saying, oh, look at that lag. Look at this. We could say, hey, look at that contact point. Is that guy dialed in at the 45 or what? Because you see it with Djokovic, you see it with all the best players. They're always at contact. They are on the money. They're not late. They're right on the money. Like I said, they have an unconscious knowing. So if I feel like if I were king of tennis, if everyone knew this projective or nonlinear geometry that's behind all great athletes and certainly all great tennis players, because it's the most athletic sport there is. Um, and even the commentators, I don't even think they know how to shoot the video right. If they were really smart, they'd video in a drone from above and they'd say, look at Sinner. Look at how he's totally perfectly lined up at contact, but you never see that shot. You
Nope.
never see that shot. But if you did, you'd go, oh, I just learned something. So that's what I would do is make sure everyone knew the same language. I don't really care what tips or vocabulary you use as long as you have the same basis of vertical, horizontal, gravity, the standing wave, which we'll talk about next time because that you have to see. But to describe that, you just go to the gym and you see the heavy ropes. There's your standing wave. Yeah. Or a fly fisherman, who casts the reel 150 yards. That's your traveling wave. But anyway, that's the only way I could describe it without showing you. But yeah, that would be if I were king, everyone would come from the same place, whether it's commentators, coaches, players, pros, they would all at least know, the real fundamentals that are in nature that make something look natural, right? Nature, natural. So that's what I would do.